Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our 2014 Lincoln High School Music Department Awards Ceremony. We are here this evening to pay tribute to all the hard work that our music students have presented for the 2013-14 school year. It certainly has been a busy school year of rehearsals and practices and music making, and so we've really enjoyed the school year thus far, and it's coming to a fast close. We're still in the middle of rehearsals and some performances coming up, so by any means we're certainly not done yet. So keep an eye on the performance schedules as those performances are coming up. We're going to start off tonight with our letters and pins. On the band side, our letters and pins are awarded to those who have participated in an extracurricular activity outside the regular class rehearsals. In band, that would be jazz ensemble, pit orchestra, pep band. And this year, with the sophomore class that we've had come in, it seems like we had an influx of a lot of new students in our groups. And so because of that, this year we were able to award quite a few students letters. After their first year, sophomore year, if they've already lettered, then in their junior or senior year, they have the opportunity to letter once again where they receive a gold bar. And we have a number of the students that received gold bars this year. So to start off our band letters, I have, like I said, a pretty lengthy list. As I read your name, if you are here, just come on up. Mrs. McConnell will hand you your letter and then stay on the stage until everybody else's name has called, and we'll let you go. So starting off with, I'm not sure if she's here, I saw her after school, but Jordan Abraham, Maura Bender, Perry Carlson, Ariel Franklin, Hannah Griskowski, Patrick Grimm, Lizzie Grosskreutz, Hannah Hahn, Bridget Hanneman, Kason Heckendorf, Shayla Hill, Andrew Hoyle, Celeste Huff, Brandon Johnson, Ellie Jostin, Mrs. McConnell, Mrs. Martin, no, Brandon Johnson, Ellie Jostin, Raven Knippel. Raven, you're gonna get like 5 of them to take with you. Yes. Jennifer Krakow, Brianna Leffel, Macy Mahoney, Tyler Martin is here. Nick McCrossan is here. Stephanie Wojcicki, Marshall Plowman, Kendra Rendrup, Matea Shavo, Liz Sonnenberg, Christian Stromley is here. Madison Winter, talk to you after school. Madison, yeah, there's Madison. And Carlo West. So congratulations to our 2014 band letter winners. You're free to go. And these next students have already lettered in band. And, okay. Starting off with Tyler Sang, Jacob Almas, Emma Bertato, Nick Camo, Dalen Dahl, Catherine Donlinger, Sierra Frank, Paul Erkey, Sean O'Con, Caitlin Lila, Sam Milkey, Tim Mitchell, Aaron Olson, Emma Panzer, Nicole Fawning, Brandon Steinhilber, Tim Turner, Eric Weber, Tristan Wagon, Sarah Wyan, Shane Yock, Crystal Eustace, and Zach Zernholt. And a proud group they are.
And letters for choir. Let's see. this year. Our letter winners are Miranda Mitchell, Sam Moraski, Aaron Olson, Anna Tapia, and Dakota Tisdale. And our bars are those that have earned a letter either for their first or second or third time. The more the merrier. So our bar winners for choir are Allison Anderson, Aislinn Bauer, Cassie Golke, Courtney Heckendorf, Katie Haywood, Ashley Piltz, Lizzie Tapia, and Jake Whitemarsh.
Our letter winners this year are Sam Wittenberg, Ivy Hodeling, Allie Henke, Kate Griesbach, McKenna Neiman, Sophie Albrecht, Kristen Akey, Taylor Hockey, Emily Youngworth, Gage Ostrom, Landon Elf, and Jessica. And bars go to Sierra Huser, Elsa Carlson, Ariel Lewin, Cassie Marsh, Rana Schroer, Doug Black, Ashley Piltz, Lanley Patino, Sam Mitch, Jessica Hansen, Sabrina Crone, Savannah Swiatek, Bailey Williams, Marshall Levitt, Sam Sweat, Andrew Sagery, Kaylee Liska, Jessica Hansen, oh I read Jessica twice, Courtney Lila, and Hannah Nick.
There we go. The Solo and Ensemble Awards. Students chose solos and ensembles to work on independently a lot of times, coming in for lessons, working with staff and accompanists, and spending a lot of time to come and present these to judges for adjudication. And they're all, they've all done a wonderful job in their own right, regardless of ratings. They worked very hard and put some wonderful music together, and we are very proud of them. I don't know if I have anybody in this first pile here, but I will list them. Allison Anderson, a Class A third for Madrigal. Aislinn Bauer, a starred first on a trio. It's a ladies trio. Braden Blum for Madrigal again, and a duet, Class A first. Regina Cudworth, solo, Class A second, and a musical theater solo, Class A third. Taylor Decker, she did a solo, a classical solo for a starred first with a first at state, and a duet for Class A first. Cassie Golke, a solo, Class A second, and musical theater solo, Class A third. And Kyla Gray for a Madrigal, Class A third.
just happened to grab a handful, and a lot of these are actually piano events. A lot of our students are multi-talented in different areas. So to start us, the band out, we have Casey Heckendorf. He had a Class A piano solo, received a star first, got a first at state. A Class A piano duet, he got a star first at district, first at state. And a piano trio had a Class B and received a first. Brandon Steinhuber was the second leg to the duet, and so they received the first, star first at state. On Brandon's piano solo, received a second, and also participated in Mrs. Martin's alternative string ensemble, pop strings. It's these silly titles. Alternative music, is that what you guys play? Okay. Piano trio received it first. Tyler Martin had a very interesting snare drum solo. Received a star first at district and a first at state. And was also a member of the string ensemble, which received a second. So congratulations, Tyler. And Maura Bender was also a member of the pop string ensemble. I saw Maura here this evening. And Crystal Eustace, another piano player. She also plays oboe and clarinet. Piano solo, a second, and a piano trio. She was the third leg of that, and they received a first.
All right, Sophia Albrecht, first for violin solo, and a second for pop strings group. Tanisha Guckenberger, first in her cello solo. Kristen Akey, second for her violin solo. I guess she's not here. Sam Sweat, first for her violin and cello duet, and second for pop strings. Annalie Patino, second for our pop strings group. And Ashley Pills, also second for our pop strings group. And Kate Griesbach.
All right, Jacob Whitemarsh, Madrigal, a third. Let's see, Jacob Roddy, Madrigal, Class A third, solo, Class A first, musical theater, Class A first, and a duet, Class A first. Anna Tapia, a Class A first solo. Dakota Tisland, Madrigal, third in Class A solo, starred first with a second at state, and musical theater solo, Class A first. And Sam Moraski for Madrigal, Class A third.
Aaron Olson, a horn solo. Class A horn solo, received a star first at district and a first at state. And I must say, it's not written on here, but Aaron received an exemplary soloist award from her performance at state. Each judge for each site has two exemplary soloist awards that they can hand out throughout the whole entire day, and Erin was so fortunate and skilled to receive one of those. I think it was her second year in a row. So good job, Erin. And Nick McCrossan was our tuba player. Our brass quintet this year that we haven't done for quite a while. They performed at district, received a star first, and received a second at state. So nice job, Nick. Katie Donner, bassoon solo, Vivaldi concertos. Class A received a star first at district and a first at state. So awesome job on that one also. And we're back to the brass quintet. Trombonist Tyler is saying. Again, that was a star first and a second at state. Tyler also performed the trombone solo, Class B, and received a second for his efforts with that. So. Madison Vinter, let's call Madison up. Madison and her other three comrades worked especially hard on a Class A clarinet quartet, and they were just short of going to state, I must say, but they did receive a first at district, so very proud of them. And Madison also performed a clarinet solo for a critique, so she did not receive a rating, but she received awesome comments on that solo, so nice job, Madison. I think that'll take care of it. Next.
Okay, let's see, Sam Minch for our top strings group. Lane Out, also Pops Orchestra. Allie Hickey, Sabrina Crone, Megan Seekert, Taylor Hockey, Courtney Vila, Jessica Glenzer-Chenchuk, Elsa Carlson, first for the violin solo, and second for the Box String group. Cassie LaMarche. Cassie out there? Marsha Levitt, second for her cello solo. And Bailey Williams, also violin solo, second, and her alternative strings ensemble.
And Lizzie Tapia, musical theater solo, second. For her classical solo, she received a star first with a first at state, and also was notified that she also received the Exemplary Performance Award for her classical solo. Courtney Heckendorf, solo, starred first at state. Musical theater solo, starred first at state, and a star first on her trio with Lizzie. Grace Heeg, solo, Class A second. A musical theater solo, a first, and a duet first at district. Miranda Mitchell, a solo, Class A second, and because I had to have somebody come up, Erin Olson, I saved you till last, as a part of our madrigal, and also a classical solo starred first at state, and musical theater starred first at state.
put my box up on display here because this morning Mrs. Olson said, "Oh, that's such a cute box you picked up." Was that Mrs. Martin?
What?
Oh,
sorry.
And I said, "I didn't pick it out. That was my mother." So, different. Okay, moving on. Ariel Franklin, part of our brass quintet, horn player. Again, star first at district, second at state. It was really a pleasure working with those 5 students. It was a lot of fun. Stephanie Morzeski on her flute solo, star first at district, and a first at state. Stephanie clean house here. Flute duet, star first at district and a first at state, and that also you received a Wall of Fame and Wall of Fame, right? On that one, on the flute duet with Celeste, and so that got special recognition also. And on the flute choir, first at district. And Bree is on her honors. We're going to call Rhea. Bree performed Class A clarinet concerto, received a star first at district and a second at state. And she was another part of the clarinet quartet that received a first. So congratulations. And Raven, come on up, Raven. Raven's been waiting for this for quite a while, I think. Raven was our second trumpet player in the brass quintet, which received a star first at district and a second at state. And there's certain things that will always stay in my mind, in my memory. And this one was when we were performing the brass quintet for district. Raven's music fell off his music stand in the middle of the performance. He did not blink an eye, he kept playing, and I thought, that looks like his music. I went and picked it up for him, he just kept playing, I put it back up in the stand, and the performance went on. So, must have been good.
Okay, Sam Wittenberg, first for her violin solo, and a second for the pop strings group. Doug Black for second in pop strings group. Kaylee Liska. Ariel Lewin starred first on her cello solo. And first on her piano solo, also at district, and a second for the pop strings, and a second for her cello solo at state. It's not on there, so let me know if I'm missing one too. And Hannah Nennig, started first for her violin solo at district, a second at state, and a second for the pop strings group. And Hannah, I will do a letter and a bar. Or 2 bars. 2 bars. 2 bars. Change that order to 2 bars. 2 bars and a small fry. And Andrew Sadri starred first on his violin solo and first at state.
Before we go further, I would like to make mention and give credit to the source of the medals that are handed out tonight and all the awards are courtesy of our Wisconsin Rapids music parents. Without their support and their time that they've put in through this, throughout this year with their fundraising efforts and all the support that they give our program, these awards probably would not be possible. So we have to give those folks who have helped out and yourself as music parents just being here tonight. But if you ever, when students bring home that letter and they're looking for that volunteer time or maybe a donation or anything like that, or maybe it's just ordering a plant, buying cranberries, cheesecake, all those different activities that they partake in. Please take a look at it and give it some consideration because they do really great things for our program, 612 in our district. So that is our Wisconsin Rapids music parents. I say we give them a hand. With that, also, they offer many summer scholarships, summer camp scholarships. When students get accepted to perform in honors bands and certain festivals, a lot of those fees are covered by music parents as well. This year, along those same lines, we had 4 students from the band area who were nominated and chosen for the National Band Association All-State Band, which is quite an honor for us. This year, like I said, we had 4 students that were nominated and got to perform. This year, those names, and they can stand because 3 of the 4 of them are here. Katie Donlinger, Aaron Olson, Ariel Franklin, and Laura Bennett. Those folks are going to stay standing because many of these were also in our first time participating this year was our Lakeside Band Festival that was held at Carthage College in Kenosha. Area was not though right now. And it featured, the guest conductor was Johan DeMai, who's written some awesome music in our band literature, and so they got the privilege of working with him. But we had 6 students on that. That was Katie Donlinger again, Aaron Olson, Emma Panzer, Maura Bender, Tyler, and Madison Vinter. So, great job, guys. Can I just keep talking? Do one more? Can I do one more? Yeah. Okay. Speaking of camp scholarships, this year we had 3 students who will be receiving a summer camp scholarship. Brianna Leffel is here, so she will be receiving a summer camp scholarship to, is it UWSP? Great, UWSP, she'll get that opportunity. Also, we had Brittany Cornoyer and Damian Evans will be attending camps this year, so, all right.
All right, I also would like to acknowledge some hard work and volunteerism from some of our students. I call it the Honorary Cupcake Awards because I make these evil inverted cupcakes that I give to my chamber singers, and I owe them cupcakes. And they've worked very hard. We did 9 or 10 gigs in the community where we go out to assisted living places, we do Rotary, we do other events where we go around and spread some holiday cheer. And my jazz singers this year, you can stand if you're here, Aaron Olson, Dakota Tislin, Ashley Piltz, Sam Moraski, Kyla Gray, Allison Anderson, Braden Blum, Jake Whitemarsh, and Jacob Roddick. So, and we also had a number of students that some were spontaneous and they didn't give me their names, but I know there's more than this, and none of them are here tonight. But a lot of students come out and sing the national anthem for sporting events when the pep band is not playing. So we add a little bit of school spirit, and it always kind of impresses the other guys on the other team that we always manage to find somebody to do the national anthem. And Taylor Decker and Grace Heeg and Lizzie Tapia and Courtney Heckendorf and Jake Whitemarsh are among the many that sang this year. So let's just give them a hand. Did you sing one? Yes. This year, Tanya Barton.
Okay, and I'd like to actually recognize our chamber players members. We also have students who are in the mariachi band as well, and some of those groups are sort of the same. So maybe if, as I call your name, just come on up and we'll just sort of, grab a little award there from Mr. Dahl and keep on going. And you might just make come right on back, because I'll probably call you for chamber as well. We have many students who do both. And this year, between the mariachi band and the chamber players group, we've had 16 performances in the community. We play at a lot of nursing homes, a lot of assisted living facilities, and I always tell the students that, especially from chamber players, that when we go to one of these facilities and we perform for Christmas, I always tell them never ever underestimate the power of music, because there are many people in these facilities who maybe cannot feed themselves, are wheelchair bound, have a hard time speaking, but they will start singing when we start playing those Christmas songs. And so I always tell them, we give them those memories, and that is really, really powerful, and it's something to really be proud of. So our chamber players members are Lonely Patino, Ashley Piltz, Marshall Levitt, Megan Seekert, Sam Sweat, Landon Elft, Elsa Carlson, Brandon Steinhilber, Jacob Nedbalski, Kristen Akey, Sophie Albrecht, Taylor Hockey, Allie Henke, Cassie LaMarche, and Courtney Leela. And like I said, some of you might want to just keep on walking and just go around. Mariachi band members, and again for mariachi band, I think our students, when we perform again at some of the same facilities, we just bring a lot of joy. The music is really happy, it's celebratory. You just can't help but dance to it. Lanley Patino, Ashley Piltz, Marshall Levitt, Bailey Williams, Chris Catalona, Ronna Schroer, Megan Seekert, Sam Sweat, Landon Elft, and Elsa Carlson. The next award that we would like to mention is the Olympiad Award, and this is an award that we present at Lincoln High School on an annual basis. It's named for Jerry Marshall, who used to teach French here in the district, and Jerry passed away, I believe it's in the late 80s, but he was a phenomenal teacher, and so this award is presented in his name for outstanding commitment to a certain area. Generally speaking, teachers from each area in the school hand-pick the student to receive this award. And it's based solely on, like I said before, the dedication to that area, leadership, and just passion for excelling. And for this year, in the area of orchestra, the recipient was Elsa Carlson.
And the Olympiad for choir was Jake Whitemarsh.
And for winner was Brandon Steinhilber. And we're going to close our award ceremony by traditionally we give out our big department awards. In the band area, it is called the John Philip Sousa Award. And this goes to our top performing and achieving senior band member. This award is voted on by the students and approved by the director. Historically speaking, the John Philip Sousa Award has been around since, I believe, 1955 is when the first awards were given out. At Lincoln High School, the first date on the plaque is, I believe, 1960, so it goes back quite a few years. So it has a long-standing tradition with the name John Philip Sousa behind it. So I'd like to read off the certificate as I'm holding it. In recognition of outstanding achievement and interest in instrumental music for singular merit in loyalty and cooperation, and for displaying those high qualities of conduct that school instrumental music requires, the John Philip Sousa Band Award is hereby presented to Mrs. Erin Olson. And we'll be receiving this formal certificate, desk weight, and a little pin that goes along with it. So something that she will be keeping forever and ever. So she will be, I'm sure, taking us off to college with her at UW Stevens Point, where she'll be attending there as a music ed and I believe music performance major. So quite ambitious. So congratulations, and well deserved. By the way, Aaron, you get the first name on the new class.
Wonderful. All right, the Arian Award is named after a famous Greek musician. The Arian Award is presented annually to one senior member of the Lincoln High School choirs. The selection is based on a vote by the choirs with the director's approval, considering overall musicianship, dependability, effort, and contribution to the choral program at Lincoln. We had a lot of very worthy seniors this year, and the vote was extremely close, but I am pleased to announce, and we have 4 plaques, again back from the early 60s, and adding to our plaque on the wall and a paperweight, which has not arrived yet. Our Arian this year goes to Lizzie Tapia.
And the orchestra has the National School Orchestra Award, and this award is in recognition of singular merit and outstanding contributions to the success of the school orchestra for displaying an unusual degree of loyalty and cooperation and for exemplifying that high standard of conduct that is the aim of the school instrumental program. And this year, I have to say I was not surprised by the outcome of the votes. This is a person in the orchestra who has worked extremely hard. She is a student who is incredibly humble and very, very hardworking. If you saw our last orchestra concert, she was featured in a certain piece, and I think she spent every spare minute of her time working on that since we started it in September. And her name is Elsa Carlson. Paperweight and pin. And then there's the it's impressively heavy. That concludes our ceremony for this evening. Thanks so much, everyone, for coming. As you can see, we have a lot of deserving students, and although it's not a big crowd, it sure is an appreciative one, and we really, really appreciate you being here. Thanks again, and congratulations to all our students who have worked so hard this year.